There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Devoted to St. Aldrich via the patron. Some more Chris Poland creative endeavours. This record, or this band should I say, is Ohm. Let me see if I got volume. We got volume. Ohm and their debut self-titled. Alright, I've never come across this band from what I'm aware. I thought I've seen a band that was somewhat alike Ohm. Who am I thinking of? It's like got a Renaissance artwork, like religious artwork on there, and I think it's like doom metal or something. I thought it was that band initially, but in the comments it says jazz fusion. So this might be quite a nice little change from the norm. This starting off, we got the track Peanut Butter. So you're listening to King of the Pit TV. Let's jump straight in, shall we? One love. Let's go. When it wants to load, people, you know how we do. I hope you can see me well. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm not doing too bad. Not too bad at all. Got a little Pepsi with me. Quite a prolific artist then, Chris Poland. Some odd drumming in the mix, eh? Three piece. That's got to be a fretless bass guitar, right? Is this just instrumentals, maybe? It's got a bit more lighting. Some throat singing, some Tibetan throat singing. Let's go. There we go. A lot of noodling. This is going to be an instrumental record then, I assume. Three-piece, we've got Chris Poland, Robertino Pagliari, which is a virtuoso name, that, innit, let's be fair. And David Eagle, alright. I don't know who plays what. I assume Chris... Have we got credits? I never imagined Megadeth would get me interested in jazz. I wouldn't necessarily call it jazz, per se. It is jazz fusion. But, you know, someone says more like acid jazz. I don't know too much about acid jazz. Fusion or prog metal. Would you call it metal? There's a little bit of distortion on the guitars. That's about it, really, innit? But that was a good entryway into this. I wonder where we go from here. We've got Where's My Hat coming up next, alright? There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. We're listening to Ohm, as recommended by St. Aldrich on the Patron. We just had a nice introduction to this record, listening to Peanut Butter, which is quite a cool name. Now we've got Where's My Hat. Let's go. A little bit primacy, yeah? Bro, was that the guitar? I thought that was the bass guitar initially. That's incredible. I thought that was the bass guitar when it first came in. Super cool. I've not heard much stuff like this before. The closest stuff to this I've heard is a few Dream Theater bits, and when Dream Theater had a few side projects like Rudess and Petrucci did a couple of things like this, and a little bit of what Guthrie Govan did. You know, some of these guitar lines are somewhat reminiscent of what I've heard from Guthrie Govan, but that's my limitation as far as jazz fusion. Some attack on them strings there. Such precision. This is really a gem, isn't it? Like, I thought, oh, it would be a little side project, fair enough, but there's a lot of depth to this. Like, I thought, how easy would it be to sort of improv a lot of this? But you hear them stabs there on the accents on that. Listen. Da 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 da. And we matched that with the drums. Wow. Wow, they're very let me see what I think generally we're gonna follow the same sort of way of doing it, which is good. They're palatable, you know. There's to put a long story short, the song lengths are quite tasteful as far as what you receive. This is fascinating. This is really cool. This is a fantastic change of the norm. Next track we got is Id. All right, 6 minutes 47 seconds in. I'll see you there. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Om by Om. You tell me how I pronounce it. Chris Poland, Robertino Pagliari, and David Eagle. This is track number 3 entitled Id. Let's go. I assume it's Id as opposed to ID. I like the Jungian concept, right? Was it Carl Jung who came up with that? Jeez. Come on. That harsh, dissonant. Would it be a double stop? I wonder how he plays that, because it sounds robotic. Is that a pedal? There's a couple of robotic moments. All three of these dudes are brilliant. I feel like the drummer gets held behind the mix a lot, and they allow the bass guitar and the electric guitar to be there at the forefront. You know, I feel like the drummer in the mix has had a bit of a bum deal. How many tunes is on this record? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 tunes. Better, bow. Wow, what a brilliant display of technicality, and what a brilliant display of how well these dudes can come together and put music together, because I wouldn't even know where to start with something like this. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And we've got the effect there on the guitar that it seemed to be like an echo. And when it echoed, it panned itself to the other side. So we had quite a broad spectrum of sound there across the panning, just through the three instruments. Let's keep on going. We've got Love Song coming up next at 10 minutes 19 seconds. I'll see you there, alright? Yes, now, bless now, people. Let's keep things moving. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Ohm, a Chris Poland project, as recommended on the Patreon by Saint Eldritch. The title of this next one is Love Song, okay? Let's see what flavours they've cooked up for this one, yeah? Some volume swells there. Very tasteful. Better bow wow. Better bow. A great hook. Somebody says this, love this album, every song a journey, that keeps you hooked until the album is over. What would you say as far as song is concerned? Me personally, I won't call them songs, but I'm very finicky when it comes to what I consider a song. Arguably, I wouldn't even call, you know, a track by Cannibal Corpse a song, because I believe you sing a song, you know? That's my personal opinion. But I'm not being, you know, silly about it. It's just room for discussion, innit? Love that light twinkling clean guitar in the background. Brilliant. That was really good. And are we fading that into... Yeah, we're fading that into Came to Believe. That was really good. That was a nice... I assumed with it being entitled Love Song, we're going to have a change of feel to that one. And rightfully so. That was a nice change to the norm. And it was a really good hook there on the guitar. I like that. I like that. It's a necessity. Because considering we don't have a vocal line, I do want to hear some melodic hooks that sort of drill themselves in over time. And we got that there. Next coming up is going to be track number 5 entitled Came to Believe. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, listening to Ohm. Came to Believe is the title of track number 5, which is what we're listening to next. Let's jump in, shall we? Love Song bled into this track. Wow. What an odd sound. I love that. Them key. I don't think they're keys, it's a guitar effect, but that high register guitar, that's just coming so good. These dudes come out with some absolutely cracking melodies. Really good. It's beyond just sort of like an egocentric fretboard wankfest. It's very tasteful at times. And I really liked that. It was a jarring experience to hear that twinkling guitar with that boom, with an extra lead guitar on, and you got the fretless bass going, and wow. This is pretty good. This is pretty bloody good. We've got Between Us coming up next, which a lot of people are ranting and raving about in the comments. Apparently this is going to be a really good one. Alright, so we're going to move on. Between Us is coming on next, alright? Mic check, 1 2 1 2. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Ohm's self-titled debut record, as recommended on the Patreon by Saint Eldritch. Okay, this is track numero 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is track number 6, entitled Between Us, and this should be a really good one because there's a lot of references to people being a big fan of this one in the comment section. Let's find out, shall we? Great cadence. Fascinating cadence. I like that. I like that slow seep in there with that cadence. That was a nice way to finish it. I didn't think this was as good as everybody was making out. Yeah, it was good, but the whole record's been good. This was just on par with the level of quality we've been hearing. I preferred Love Song as far as a soothing, sort of like more harmonic track would be concerned. But that being said, we've got plenty more material to go. And the next one's got a fantastic song title. I like it a lot. Iguana. I like the title of this one. Iguana is coming up next. I'll see you there. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. We're listening to Om by Om, the full album, alright? Chris Poland, Robertino Pagliari, if that's how it's pronounced, maybe Pagliari, I don't know. I don't care either. Bitch! And David Eagle. We're on to track Iguana. I like the title of this one. Let's jump straight in. It goes out to St. Aldrich, who recommended this via the Patron. Let's see what we got in store, shall we? Okay. Jeez. Yeah, put some respect on the bassist, man. I would say, given this was put out when? When was this put out? 2015? Was it in 2015? You tell me, people. I don't know. But I feel like the music's so good, the artwork does it a disservice, you know? Lego. Boom, boom, boom. Lovely. Lovely. Well, mama. Jeez. What's the word I'm using for? What a concentrated and swift finish to that tune. Fantastic soundscape there. The bass line really took it away on that one. It's almost like we got the same dude playing both the guitars and the bass line, because the bassist plays with the intricacy and the virtuosity, if that's the word, of the lead guitar, and almost plays that bass like a lead guitar throughout the majority of these recordings, if that makes sense to you. Clearly, you know, he plays it like a bassist, but you know where I'm coming from. You know, above and beyond just existing in a frequency, also melodically sort of creating this sound and harmonizing with the guitar, for the most part maybe just like in octaves, you know, following along with the lead guitars. But I wonder how long it took them to put this material together. It's mad. It's mad, especially with such an outside of the box sound, you know what I mean? It's so much hard work and effort for arguably such little gain. But that's good musicianship. That's for the love of the art, right? We've got Sister Cheryl coming up next, all right? Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're taking a different twist with things here with this one. A little bit of jazz fusion for you, all right? This is Sister Cheryl off of the record Home by Home. Let's go. Track number 8. Let's go. Well, he's making that guitar sing, man. Nice use of whammy there. I was never good at using a whammy bar. I've had guitars with whammies and I've just taken them off. I just taken them off and just left them there. I couldn't be arsed with them, man. Somebody said that Poland's work in Damn the Machine will interest on fans. His guitar just smells. You know what? I'm preferring this I think this project is a lot more mature than what we heard in Damn the Machine. This is incredibly professional. This is a great tune, great atmosphere. Very catchy. Come on. Come on. Let's go, come on. Cool chord progression there. That was brilliant. That was really good. That was really good. And then does that flow into the next track then? That was really good. We got Brandenburg Gate coming up next. Yeah, great hook. Absolutely fantastic, and it ends it on a nice little sunset for me out that window. So I was quite pleased with that one. Yeah, that was a good tune. That was a good tune indeed. What can be said? What can be said? Incredibly tasteful and a nice soundscape, a nice chord progression. Just what I like to hear, okay? Just what I don't want to hear something too weird, too jerky. I like nice sounds, all right? Very pleasing. Let's keep on going. We've got more to come. Yes, now bless now. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. My microphone is all the way over here. Do you think I'll ever forget to, well, do you think I'll ever remember to bring it forth, people? We're listening to Ohm, the album Ohm by the band Ohm. And now we're moving onwards to the next track, which is entitled Brandenburg Gate, alright? This listen through's been devoted to St. Eldritch. Might be a little bit of a lighting difference compared to the last few tracks. Just had a little gym session in between, so I'm well refreshed. Got a couple of cans of Stella Artois, I'm not going to lie to you. And let's jump in. Oh, let me get my speakers on for you. Let's go. It's the start of Stan by Eminem. We've also got some quiche Lorraine tonight, yeah? I love a good quiche, mate. I was very strong in the gym as well today. Good overhead presses, good squats. I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. That dissonance reminds me of Primus. That dissonant sound, that funky, weird, jerky sound, you know. Drummer's having the time to shine right about now. This sounds quite Dream Theater-esque. Change of seasons style. I'm getting addicted to muscle mummies. Alright? Getting a bad habit, man.
This is not the end. It is not even the beginning.
I think this is like, I know we had some throat singing at the start, but this is like the first actual, even though it's a sample, it's like the first vocal we've had on the record, like ever.
Of the end. But it is perhaps the end of the beginning.
Well placed as well. I did think that was the end of the track. I had to double check. I do think this is like a Dream Theater section though, this. Such interesting sounds this trio comes up with. In particular, the guitarists. Such interesting yet, you know, relatively minimal sounds they come up with. It's not like they go out of their way to sound bizarre and weird, but the effects they use just are unlike anything I can explain. I'm not much of a tech head, so I can't, you know, I'm pretty naive as it stands, but normally I can at least have a bit of a say so. What we've got coming up next is Bastille Day, and I'll see you there, people. Let's keep this ball rolling. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Ohm. By Ohm, as recommended and devoted to St. Aldrich, who recommended this via the Patreon. Cracked open a little bottle of wine. Chilling out. Feeling good. This track is entitled Bastille Day, I think. And it most definitely is. Bastille Day is the title of this track. Let's jump in. Where we at? What a chord progression, eh? This is a nice change. I can't help but knock on to all of the other Ohm records in the related videos, and they've all got decent lengths to them. This band has written a substantial amount of material. I've never heard of it. What's the band I'm thinking of? I swear there was like a Doom-esque band called Ohm. Am I right in saying that? The album cover was like Jesus Christ, I think, like in a Renaissance style of artwork. Shout out to Peter Parker for the upload. Come on. Some bluesy bass playing. Playing it like a saxophone. These guitar solos can't be written right. There's a lot of this improv. Insane. Ooh. A walking bass line now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Wow. I hate heartbeats. I hate the sound of them, man. Get that shit off. Yeah, that was really good. What a fantastic chord progression. A great energy to that one, separate to what we've been hearing. They don't stop creating great new sounds, and what was I going to say? And the cadences at the end of these songs are unlike any cadences and finishes to any songs, any outros I've ever heard. Such a mystical blend of sounds they create at the end of these songs. Absolutely brilliant. Let's keep on moving forwards. We've got the new track coming up next, alright? Yes now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. You know how we do. You know how we do. We're listening to Ohm by Ohm. This one is entitled Mountain, which is a great title for a song. We've only got 3 tunes to go. And without further ado, let's go. This listen through is devoted to St. Aldrich, who recommended I check this out via the Patreon. What a lovely break from the norm. The weekend is here, people. Let's jam out. Little Shiraz. Let's go. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Nick Menza joins the band as well, geez. The band I referenced earlier is not the band Om with a H. It's just O and M. That must be what I was referencing. Should I check out Nevermore next? That felt almost like a bridging song, that one. Great guitar solo in there. Sometimes, isn't it wacky how even though the lead guitar is just ever so stuck in lead position for the most part, you can still identify guitar solos from the general lead sort of wizardry. That was alright. It was an alright song, but like I said, it felt like more of a bridging song than, you know, a piece per se. We've got Search for the Suicide King coming up next, alright? There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV, listening to Om. This one is coming to the end of the record. Search for the Suicide King. Okay? Quite a long one, it seems. Where are we going? It's like the passing of time. Let's groove. Wow, wow, wow. Like some Sonic music here. Wow, I love that. Sounds like synth, but I think I've heard synth all the way through, but it's never synth. It's always a guitar echo or something along those. Come on. Ba ma ba ba ma ba. That was good. That was good. I think that was the most prominent riff we've had throughout the entire record. The most prominent sort of like rock section we've had, where it's not been completely, based upon like the jazzier aspects, or at least some particular sections. You know, we just had a driving rock riff through that. Yeah, pretty good. It was the biggest toe tapper of the bunch, I would say. That being said, I don't think it was the best, but it was the biggest toe tapper. We've got Homage to finish off the record. Let's finalise this record. I'll see you there, people, alright? I can't wait to get to sleep. Let's keep going. Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're going to finish this record off now. Is what we've been listening to. It was recommended by St. Eldritch on the Patreon. This last song is entitled Homage, believe it or not. And it's going to take us through to the end of this record. So I'll see you there. Peace. Let's see what we got in store. Sipping on a couple of Stella Artois tonight, people. I mean, this shit is monetized anyway, so. Peace and one love. We've got the pint cans in. Jamming out here, you know. Come on. meow, meow. Come on. Jeez. Them drums need to be pumped up a bit, I think. I swear we've heard this melody in the record before. I swear we've heard it in the record before. Bow wow, bow now, meow meow. We've got to have a perfect cadence to finish. It has to finish perfect. Quite an abrupt ending, and if you pay attention, you can hear the click track there. Listen, you can hear the metronome. Do you hear that? So we know they played to a metronome, they played to a click track. Listen again. There you go. A little bit of studio magic in there. That was on. Great melodies, great sounds. Fantastic drumming on that one. Should have pumped them drums up a little bit more so though. We're going to have one last video. I am going to give you my final overview of this record. Tell you what I thought. And we'll go from there. So I'll see you there, people. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Do I look tired? I hope I don't. I was going to say I hopefully don't. I couldn't choose which particular path to take. I am a quarter way down a can of Stella Artois. Sipped on a little bit of wine tonight. Finished off this record. I had a new experience given to me by my patron, Saint Aldrich. Thank you very much for that. Ohm was the band and Ohm was the record, so it was the debut. As we can see on the album cover, we've got Chris Poland of Megadeth fame, Robertino Pagliari, and Mr. David Eagle. What a dream team, right? What a trio. So this was a jazz fusion record. We had 13 songs on here. Coming to just a bit over 54 minutes long, so heaps of material. Incredibly tight. Each one of these musicians, wow, virtuoso, major, really good, really good, really good. As far as jazz fusion is concerned, you know, there's some Dream Theater elements. They're not a jazz fusion band, I understand, but there is some progressive elements in the music. Guthrie Govan, as far as jazz fusion is concerned, I'm aware of him. I used to be quite a big fan of him, and I've actually seen him perform live, which was mind-blowing as a young guitarist. And essentially, that's as far as I've gone. I mean, jazz as a whole, I've touched. Not the free-form experimental stuff, but I've touched and tapped it from time to time, but it's never been something I've involved myself in. It's never been something I've been able to discuss properly, okay? From a musician looking into that, it was way too heavily theoretic for me to even want to delve into. With that being said, we move on. Very consistent record. There was no downside to the record. There was no weak link of the chain. I mean, if you don't like a particular sound or idea, I guess that's your weak link, but the ceiling was high and it was incredibly consistent. I mean, where do I start? Production-wise, production could have been better. The production wasn't bad, but I felt the drummer got no chance to shine. They could have produced the drums heaps better. The drummer was forgettable, not down to the fact that they couldn't perform, but they were forgettable because they weren't given the clarity and the position that the guitars were. And not that they had to share the same position, but they needed to have a position of their own. They felt like they were just at the back of the two guitarists, sort of noodling away, and the drummer was all the way in the back. And it was problematic, in my opinion. I felt like they should have let the drummer shine a little more pop to the snare, a little more audacity, because the drummer just as good as everyone else. Guitar work, fantastic. What can I say? Lead guitars, hooks, melodies, noodles, broken chords, bassist, fretless bass. If that's not a fretless bass, then let me just revoke my King of the Pit TV card, honestly. Fretless bass, I assume, was playing like a lead guitarist through half of it. Respectfully. Just owned the bass frequency, just noodled about just as much as the lead guitar. Song structure, songwriting, clearly, considering there was no lyrical content, we don't have to play it by traditional songwriting norms, or at least we don't have to play it by traditional songwriting norms if we want to write a successful song. So none of it really came across as boring. It was all good. None of it came across as random. It was all well structured, well composed, and I assume a band as talented as this should be improvising so much of it, but if they came up with 54 minutes of like material to this degree, knowing each and every note, that is insane to me. That is really fantastic, and that is not only a display of their craft and musicianship, but it's a display of how much time and effort has gone into the record and invested into coming together as a team to create this. Because that's absolutely mind-blowing. Because there's so much going on, so much technicality, you know? I think the record was let down by the artwork. Not that it's all to do with the music, but all I had to stare at was the artwork. And oh, bless me, by the way, bless me. Let me hear it, everyone. Bless me. The album artwork doesn't compare to the actual quality of the music we were hearing. I felt it would have done the act a bit more service if we had a higher quality, image, to portray what we were about to hear. With that being said, I'll give the record a 7 out of 10. Technicality, musicianship, craft, I'd give it higher than 7 out of 10. But as far as it being outside of my norm, I'm not very familiar with this music for a reason. It's not something that particularly tickles me. I would have liked to have heard a vocal line on there, but that's not the point, is it? It's really not the point. So, each to their own. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, which is respectable. And I'm being respectful in doing so, because I enjoyed the experience. And on that note, I'm signing out, people. I need to go blow my nose. Peace.